It's impressive.
I did. I had one beer.
You just drank from a beer and a bottle and then spilled a drop, man. Alright. Deerfield. Hashtag Deerfield.
Hashtag Deerfield.
Strata, mate. So, wait, we started?
I just hit record just because I thought it was
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
like that.
So,
Welcome back to the Pickledpirate podcast. I'm Pickles.
I'm Dr. Deesh.
Al.
Chris.
And today we're going to be talking about Captain America's Civil War.
Woo!
Yeah, welcome back to Pickledpirate podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast where, in a world where every girl on Instagram can be a model, every guy can have his podcast.
Haram.
Haram.
I can get a harump out of this guy.
Sorry, I'm new to the haram, of course.
You watch your ass.
I'm gonna write down some rules here.
Oh yeah, so the only other rule of the podcast is whenever you burp, you have to say Morty after.
Yeah, that is very true.
That's very true.
Agreed.
So free you burp a lot and say Morty after.
There you go.
So,
Is that like
So, Okay, so Civil War was awesome. It was a really good movie.
I liked it a lot.
And I think it was such a good movie because they based it on The Empire Strikes Back. What do you guys think about that?
How do you say that?
Well, it's a tragedy. They needed to set up like an awesome tragedy, so they were like, "Oh, what's a really good tragedy?" And like good film, fucking things. So they picked Empire Strikes Back. Chris Cook's already dead, laughing at us.
Every movie's a tragedy. Milo Notice is a tragedy.
That is such a valid point.
Yep.
But it's
But,
not just, it's like in Empire Strikes Back, it's like the second act in the Star Wars trilogy. The second act in any like Greek tragedy and all that shit's like the most depressing, where the character just fucking loses right at the beginning.
Yeah, this is the third act for Captain America.
Well, I think it's gonna be the second act for the MCU.
right.
Is the
It's
point
the
we're gonna try to
original
make today. Well, I mean, all that shit's like building the Avengers. Like, you see, like, new people get brought into the fold, and they start, like, the
Yeah.
Avengers and Ultron. They get, like, Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch and all that shit, and they're just building teams, and the hero always wins, and everybody's happy, and everybody goes home and gets laid. But in this movie, fucking, the heroes lose. Fucking...
Pretty much everyone, that's what the dude who's sitting on the phone is just like, oh yeah. His plan was to
Baron
make
Zemo.
everyone just go after each other.
Yeah,
Which
Baron Zemo wins, because his whole plan was to get the Avengers to kill each other.
And while he's
And he
doing
wins,
that,
and he
yeah,
provides them.
it's
and,
fucking
like, they
2-on-1.
lose.
That's a
Tony Stark still killed.
Yeah, so it's definitely based like Captain America more. Because
Well,
like
it is a Captain America movie.
I know, and I guess I kinda went into this thinking it was like
An Avengers movie?
no,
Everybody
just
did.
more of an Iron Man.
Just look,
really
you thought the
love
Captain
Iron Man
America
right
was
now.
going to be an Iron Man movie?
No, but it was okay, but in the comics, so yeah, I mean we could get into this, but like so the way the movie goes, like yeah, so Captain America does all this shit and in the comics he gets shot in the fucking back by
Oh, you're talking about in the Civil War comic?
yes.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's, is it Punisher that shoots him in the back? Or is it Black Widow?
It's the dude with the in the movie he was in.
Oh, Crossbones.
Crossbones.
Yeah, I knew somebody that was good with guns.
Yeah, and when Captain America's walking into that meeting with the embassy and like that big meeting, he shoots him in the back. Sniper style.
Yeah, well, what it is they have like the big fight at the end of the comic book, and Captain America breaks into the prison, which is in the neutral zone, which
Yes.
Reed Richards builds a prison in another dimension. He breaks into the other dimension, tries to free all the Avengers. All the Avengers have this massive fucking fight in downtown New York. And in the middle of it, like, Captain America looks around and he just sees that, like, they're fucking destroying New York City and everybody's dying. So that's when he, like, just, like, throws up the white flag and is like, I'm out, dude. Like, obviously the Avengers, obviously we're hurting people. Like, we just fucking blew up a city block in the middle of the most populated city in America.
Yeah.
So, and then, like, he gets arrested, and then it's the next, like, part of the book, the aftermath, where he gets shot in the back trying to go into a courthouse. And that's when Bucky takes over as Captain America, which they might be setting up
I might be saying that.
in the movies. But anyways.
So one thing I'd like to ask is like, so this movie is, if you look at the plot of this movie, you really look at it all, it's like, okay, I brought this up earlier, like, yeah, they were supposed to be saving the planet, which they did. They saved so many of those places, but in all those places, a lot of people died. So, like, is this a pro-Avengers movie or a negative Avengers movie? Because, like, it shows both sides.
So, like, there's definitely casualties in all those wars. I think the Avengers made it less.
Right.
Like the first battle for New York and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely stopped a lot of bad shit from happening. It would have been catastrophic, but
I think that's why Tony Stark's on board, because it's like the same reason he became Iron Man, when he saw like all of his missiles getting used to like hurt all those people and shit, and like getting used by terrorists.
And then
He becomes Iron Man and fucking like shuts down the whole weapons side of Stark Industries. It's the same reason he wants to like control the Avengers and like keep them under lock and key.
And at the end of Iron Man 3, he's just like, I'm done with this shit. Like,
Tries to walk
I'm
away.
done with this. He tries to walk away. And that's what I like about it in Civil War, is like, Tony Stark is just like, no, we gotta fucking quit this shit. I got rid of all my Iron Man suits, you guys gotta quit this shit. And like,
yeah, he sure says like he doesn't want to stop. Like,
well, but he would rather follow the rules of what they're doing, because like he also encounters people that have like been affected in a negative way
I
by
don't
the
think
Avengers.
that he's like trying to like keep the Avengers under lock and key and control them and shit. I think that he sees that there's a legitimate threat against them, and if they don't roll with it now, it's gonna be a lot worse later. So he'd rather roll with the punches now and have some wiggle room than, you know, have the world come after them and then be fucking villains.
Orange killed Stark's parents.
Oh, see, alright, so Chris is catching up
got
on
right
his
to the end of
laptop
the
right
spoiler.
now.
I just Wikipedia.
He's just wikiing this shit
So that's a
real
big one.
hard.
That's a
That's
big
what
one.
happened. Now
You got double cross.
You got double.
Super double
Now
cross.
we're
What's
in.
up, man? Like,
Super bad.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. See, this
punches
is
in the
good
nuts,
now,
man.
because now Chris can just like call out our bullshit. He's got a
Yeah.
Google box in front of him and be like, actually, you guys are wrong.
They own cast, all their names, and all their backstories.
That's good.
So, what do you
in 10
think?
minutes, he's gonna be a pro.
Since Thor and Hulk were in the movie, I think that was a pretty big fact, because there's going to be something happening with that.
Yeah, they probably just couldn't afford them. They got everybody else in the fucking
Oh,
Marvel
it's not
universe there.
Deadpool. It's
Dude, Marvel has so much money now. Everybody goes and they make $1 billion whenever they could throw out like Iron Man just taking a shit.
I know.
There'd be a
Wanna
15
hear-
minutes
wanna
long
hear
of
about their
Iron Man taking a
marketing?
dump. They make $1 billion.
Production development.
Imagine trying to take a shit in an iron suit though. 'Cause you have to get out of it. To, like,
yeah, that'd just be a mess. I don't know. I bet it would figure out a way.
They're
to, like,
rust.
I mean,
He does like,
Right.
how do you see an iron suit? Like this.
Chris, it's your rust.
I mean, Tony
What kind of
Stark thinks
shits
of
are you
everything.
taking?
He's probably got like some kind of
Yeah. and
Expediting
the
process
second one, when he's
for
at the
it.
party, they do that fucking thing.
Should have worn your brown pants. Well,
Cheers.
so since
So yeah, back to how this is like Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah.
They both start off the same way. These big fucking dramatic fight scenes. The whole team gets back together. You see some new powers. Fucking Luke loses the Force for the first time. Fucking slays some people. Same thing like in the Avengers. Like you see Scarlet Witch toss fucking Captain America through a window, and they're
Through the
working
window.
together, and they talk about how they've been practicing all this shit. But then, like at the end of the opening scene, it splits the teams right at the beginning. Like in Empire, like Luke goes to learn with Yoda, fucking Han Solo just drives around randomly, chased by
Right.
space worms, and the Rebel forces join the Quarian flotilla. That's a joke from my brother. It's the only reason it's on here. You guys gonna play Mass Effect? Anybody ever play Mass Effect?
I watched you play it a lot.
Yeah, it's fucking good. the Quarian flotilla, it's like this planet race. They don't have a planet, so they just live on a bunch of spaceships.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did play it for a little bit.
Quarian flotilla, man. That's where the rebels go. Just go hang out with those guys, float around in space.
shit.
Guess I didn't get that far.
Nah, yeah, you gotta play all 3 games.
I like all of
Because the second one's a tragedy. It's a real thing. It's a real thing that happens.
Hell.
So yeah, after that, teams get divided. And then we get into the second acts of these movies, which have these awesome black strong secondary characters.
Yeah.
I know cover scene of Black Panther. That's a joke. It's not a real thing. I just think it's funny. Do you think Disney makes them do that?
I think maybe.
Probably.
You have to fill it
I
in.
guess they weren't always owned by Disney. Star Wars wasn't and Marvel wasn't, but we'll probably cut this out because it's getting a little racist.
Welcome to New Hampshire, boys.
But
But yo, that scene though where Bucky breaks out and he fights like all the superheroes that don't have any superpowers, like Tony without his suit, Black Widow, and Agent Carter, and none of them have any superpowers, and he's just beating the shit out of them.
yeah.
That scene, it like upsets me because he like takes those little girls and like plows them through fucking like steel tables. It's like BAM! And like you get upset because you don't want to see girls get beat up, and then Black Panther
Especially not
jumps in
ScarJo,
out of nowhere,
man.
no superpowers, no suits, fucking saves the day.
He was a fucking badass in that movie.
He is, dude. That's the most underrated part of that movie.
Mm.
So
Fuck Bucky.
epic, so heroic.
I fucking hated that character. He was a douchebag.
Bucky's a bitch.
He's a bitch.
Bucky's a bitch.
You're Captain America gonna help Bucky. Fuck that shit. I don't know.
Less than Iron Man. He's probably gonna be Captain America soon.
Pickle loses arms all the time.
I just want
You
to
don't see
see
him all fucking beat up about it.
True. True. Alright, so
So yeah, back to it. So the big reason they're similar is the endings because they're both tragic and everybody loses. You got Darth Vader cuts off fucking Luke's hand, gives him the Luke, I am your father. Most misquoted thing in movies. And then you got fucking Tony Stark finding out that Bucky killed his parents. And
Yeah.
his fucking tragic line makes me want to cry every time I hear it.
yeah, that's such bullshit.
You killed my mom. You killed my mom.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's so good. The whole movie builds up to that one point. So good. 2 lines. Just 2 lines. Make both these movies fucking awesome. Right?
Who was the baddest ass character you guys like in Civil War?
In
Most
Civil
badass
War.
character?
Spider-Man.
Dude.
And this is what I'm gonna
Ant-Man.
bring up now. It's sick.
I'm so glad they brought Paul Rudd in.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
there's
Paul
another
Rudd was
good
there, yeah. Ant-Man.
Empire Strikes Back reference. It's not. We didn't do this just because of that fucking reference.
No, that just
joke in the
happened.
Fight. It's because the storylines are similar.
Right.
But yeah, that fight scene's great.
That's great.
And
And
they
also,
nailed Peter Parker. Peter Parker.
yeah,
as a
Peter Parker
teenager.
bringing in like, all right. I'm so glad that we've had these so we've had all these like origin stories about Batman with Tobey Maguire and shit. That was really, really horrible shit to watch. Like those movies were bad. They're bad.
Are you talking about Batman or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Okay. You
But
said
both. Yeah, we know. Carrie's just trying to combine it.
that.
Dr. Deej.
Wait, what universe am I in? Wait,
You said all these Batman origins with Tobey Maguire.
I said Spider-Man.
They definitely said Batman. It's pretty
Oh,
bad.
what I meant to say was Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm fucking wicked high. Okay. So what I meant to say was like in the okay, alright, this is what I was thinking about. For some reason I'm still stuck on Batman versus Superman.
That sucks.
Somehow this brings in we're gonna cut this out. I don't
Just
think
talk.
No, I'm
Just
just
edit
trying to
it
figure
later.
out like, okay, so like the old Spider-Man movies
They're terrible.
were terrible.
They're not that bad.
Well, the first set were better than the second set.
I'm
Actually,
sorry,
I
they
really
all suck.
the first with fucking
Tobey?
Foak guy. What I don't know his name. The new reboot they did. The first one sucked, but the second one's really good. Where they killed Gwen Stacy in that fucking time clock shaft, and he snaps her neck.
Okay.
That shit's straight from the comic book, like almost panel for panel, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's really good. The first one's complete shit.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think it's
that's what I'm
the
talking
first one,
about. Yeah.
Yeah, that first one's complete shit. So I don't
Hands
think
down,
anybody saw it.
Spider-Man is the best thing in this movie.
The internet agrees. Spider-Man won.
It's the IGN games.
He really is.
He was wicked cool because
And he's only in it for like 20 minutes. He
Alright,
completely
so-
upstaged like Robbie Downey Jr., like fucking the sarcastic asshole everybody loves.
well, what's really cool about
And,
that
like,
scene.
all those Marvel jokes, like he just in like 20 minutes, he just automatically was the funniest character. And he's probably the only jokes in that whole movie because it's so depressing and
Yeah, it is a
friend on friend and not in a good way, like Pornhub way, just like a fucking awful like fighting, beat each other in the face way.
Fuck. But So Spider-Man, when Tony Stark and Peter Parker are sitting after they meet up, like, okay, before I go into this, Peter Parker's aunt,
Yeah.
super babe now, but they also bring that up in Civil War where they're just like, you're unusually attractive aunt, which we all know, and
Yeah,
She's an old lady.
That fucking Tony Stark's got Friday. Got that bitch on speed dial.
I got her on speed dial. That
Hey,
was
Friday.
amazing.
Why don't you call Peter Parker's aunt? I gotta get it in real quick. I can't fucking meet up with my girl. What's her name?
Penny.
Pepper.
Yeah, Pepper.
Pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper Potts.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Bitch.
She's doing great. Say it. Peter Parker's aunt. Goddamn. But, so, that scene where they sit in his room, and, so Robert Downey Jr. spent time with the actor who played Peter Parker. And it's like, alright, when we do this scene, just kind of like, go through like this, and this, and like, worked with this kid, worked with, like, being Spider-Man, being Iron Man, what they're gonna do in, like, this scene. And that whole scene was unscripted, theoretically, which, like, I'm pretty sure I'd actually check out.
This comes from Dr. Deej.
Dr. Deej, Parallel Universe.
The introduction of Peter Parker was unscripted.
I think it was. Check it out.
Internet.
Internet?
That's what it said.
Chris has got the Google box.
What are we looking for? Did
What was this?
Robert Downey Jr.
The introduction of Spider-Man unscripted in Civil War.
Unscripted?
I don't know how you
was
Google
the
that.
introduction of? Yeah, I don't know.
The introduction scene of Spider-Man in his bedroom. Now it's getting
That's kind of weird.
fucking nasty three-way.
But that was a really good scene. Jesus Christ, mate. Oh,
That's my aunt.
So anyways, yeah, back to how this is like the Empire. So at the end, besides like those two awesome lines that I think are both going to be really famous for a long time, the villains win, man. Baron Zemo fucking giggles in his little cell as like he split up the Avengers. Fucking Captain America runs away to start the Secret Avengers, and Tony Stark, who fucking almost started Skynet with Ultron, is left in charge of SHIELD and all their global defense networks and everything. That's not going to be a problem at any point.
Well, they got Vision too. You could keep Tony in check.
I don't know.
So,
But yeah, same thing as Star Wars. Fucking, the biggest badass in the fucking galaxy is frozen in carbonite, and everybody cried.
yeah,
That's sad.
that was
What's
pretty
it,
sad.
Morty. We got the Morty in, so it's all good, folks. So yeah, I think it's definitely like that whole play structure where they set up this big second act for everybody to fail, and I think this is gonna continue through the Marvel Universe because this was the first movie in Phase 3 of the Marvel Universe. This kicked off Phase 3 of the MCU,
Right.
so I think it just set the tone for all of Phase 3 of the MCU to just be fucking the heroes losing.
Yeah, it's supposed to bring in the Guardians, right?
Yeah, so I think Guardians is the next movie that comes out before Ragnarok's.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, and the next Avengers movie they're supposed to bring in.
Well, there's a couple. There's like Doctor Strange and Black Panther have their own movies before Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity War. But I think those are just going to be like origin stories.
Yeah.
And I think Doctor Strange is going to have the Time Stone, which is one of the stones we're missing so far. They haven't revealed. And I know they play with time travel a lot in that movie, just looking at the trailer with like that Inception kind of skyline and shit.
Yeah.
So I think the Time Stone's going to be in that. So that's going to be cool.
Mhm.
But Guardians of the Galaxy, it's going to be sweet, because that's where Thanos is the most.
Yeah.
We come out with the second one?
Yeah, it comes out in a year, I think. The next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And so yeah, there's been...
Same actors?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, same cast.
They're probably gonna. I think there's the whole point of this one is they're trying to find, fucking Starkiller, Star Lord, whatever his name is. I can't think of it. Star Lord and Star Lord. They're trying to find his dad.
Yeah, because he's like a god.
Yeah, I think he's an Inhuman. I think that's what he's in the comic book.
Makes sense.
Probably. Google
That
box
makes
it.
sense.
I think he's an Inhuman. Which is why he has all those crazy powers and why he could hold that stone, hold the Infinity Gem of Destruction for so long before he held everybody's hands without just fucking
He definitely
dying.
had some powers.
He definitely has some powers.
Yeah, he's a badass, man.
He's gonna, I bet this next journey is gonna be how to unlock those powers and find out where those powers came from.
See, I think they're just gonna get split in half. Same thing that just happened with the Avengers.
You think?
Yeah, well, the green one, Gamora, I think her name is. The green fucking one. That's
Sodom?
The chickie?
Thanos' daughter.
Oh yeah.
So I think he's gonna
Well,
come.
no, not really. She. Like
Well, they're all
adopted
like,
daughter,
yeah, they're all like genetically made in a lab to be superhumans and shit. And
No, she say she was taken from her parents. She killed their parents, and she.
no, well, I don't know. Maybe in the movie, but I think in the comic book he like makes them in a lab to be his daughters and gives them all kinds of superpowers and shit. But yeah, I think Thanos is gonna come after that stone he just lost, and fucking at the end of it, even with Starkiller's dad, they can't stop him. And he takes the gem, fucking takes his daughter back. I don't know. His Groot's still little. Groot's probably still a baby.
No, I'd probably bigger. It does have a baby Groot.
He'd probably be
No,
a
because
teenage
they
Groot.
signed on Vin Diesel for the voice of Groot again, so.
So he's definitely gone through puberty. He's gonna be that deep.
I'm Vin Diesel.
Anyways, so yeah, then it's Thor Ragnarok's, which is, if you know Norse mythology, Ragnarok's like the fucking end of days. So I don't think anybody's gonna live.
Well,
No, that's
isn't
not
Loki
what. Yeah, it's not
impersonating
supposed.
Odin now.
Yeah, just like DC. Remember when they got rid of everyone? We had this conversation. Like,
Oh yeah, all those reboots in the comics.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you brought up that point of the destruction of all the universes.
Well, that's
in
a new,
Marvel.
That's a new reboot Marvel just did.
No.
They just did the Secret Wars Part 3 or whatever. But yeah, in this
Whoa.
one, fucking in Asgard they have 2 of the Infinity Gems and an extra gauntlet.
Refills?
Yeah, I'll take one. So yeah, in Ragnarok, Asgard has 2 gems and the Infinity Gauntlet, and Thanos has to get both, you know, to get the gauntlet before the start of the fucking Infinity War. And it's Ragnarok. So I think Thanos is just gonna bust into that bitch. Fucking steal both gems and the gauntlet, and then he'll have fucking 3 gems and the gauntlet, and he'll be that much closer to having the Infinity.
No, wait. Didn't they give it to fucking Benicio del Toro, and then he was in Guardians, and his shit all blew up?
Mm-hmm.
So.
In Asgard, they have the Ether from Thor: The Dark World. They have the Tesseract, and they have a gauntlet. It's kind of just like one of the bonus after credit scenes. The one the Collector has, which is Benicio del Toro, well, he had was the Destruction one,
Okay.
the purple one from Guardians of the Galaxy. But then the Nova
No.
Corps takes. Can you Google where the Infinity Gems are right now in the Marvel universe? Because I'm pretty sure Asgard has 2 in the
You shouldn't have
gauntlet.
busted out your computer, man.
Confirmed that Mark Ruffalo is in fucking Ragnarok.
But he's not gonna get his own movie as the Hulk.
See, everybody thinks they're setting up Planet Hulk. I think we'll just see him in a gladiator ring
Right?
on Asgard.
Which is kinda
like Thor
bullshit.
just uses him
Maybe-
like a fucking animal. Probably
Pretty
fights
sweet.
him himself, which would be sweet, just to watch Hulk and Thor just
I mean, Hulk
throw
is
down.
like.
That would be sweet as like the opening shot of the movie, just like a fight between Thor and Hulk.
They just
That'd be worth $12 right there. That'd be worth the admission.
Not an ounce of dialogue, just them fighting for
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Well, at least like the opening scene.
Yeah. So,
I think you might be right. I think the Collector might have had one of each. So maybe they just have one gem. Either way, fucking, even if it takes place in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where he goes to Collector and takes a gem, and then he goes to Asgard and takes the other gem. See, that's why he can break down Asgard so good, because if in Guardians of the Galaxy he gets a destruction gem, he can
Yeah.
just fucking destroy anything he touches. So, like, he can just roll up to Asgard and just be like, poke. Poke. Poke and just fucking annihilate this fucking city. I don't know who else. They've announced a bunch of the cast, but I don't pay attention to that stuff. I like to go to the movie. I like to talk and make shit up myself and not listen to the internet.
right?
See, because that's fucking the reason I hate DC, man. They confirmed that the new Joker is Jason Todd. Alright, so there's only one gem and one gauntlet in Asgard. He's still gonna come in. Well, see, because then he could get the Ether in Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess. And the Power Stone, yeah, that's the Nova Corps owns the Power Stone. That's the one is on Earth. Oh yeah, the Vision has the Mind Stone. The Tesseract's in Asgard, like I said. And the Ether is in the Collector's Museum. Yeah, you're right. I thought both were in Asgard. That shit. Yeah. All right. So I guess there's only one stone in Asgard. I was wrong. Not the first time. The last point to this. So Infinity War is a 2-part movie. They've done it 1 and 2. So I think the first part is just fucking the Avengers just getting killed off. Just fucking dying.
And that's...
Because I really hope he already has the gauntlet at the beginning of the movie. Because in the comic book, the Infinity Gauntlet, how it starts is like the superheroes on Earth don't even know that Thanos has it.
Right.
And he's trying to impress Mistress Death, like the Keeper of Death in space. And he like makes all this crazy shit and like tries to impress her building all this stuff with the Infinity Gauntlet. And then he just realizes like, oh shit, like this is Mistress Death. Like she just likes death. And he snaps his fingers and kills half like the known life in the universe. And that's like what starts the Infinity Gauntlet. In the comic book anyways. Because he just snaps his fingers and fucking half the heroes on Earth, half the life in the universe is dead. In the 616 anyways.
Parallel dimensions. That's another story.
So yeah, when they finally
Beach,
like
but-
get to space to like fucking fight Thanos, it's just like a fucking slaughter because they can't do anything. Like Tony Stark tries to run at him in armor and he just like dissolves the armor and he's just like a naked man in space, like dying in a vacuum. Like fucking Thor tries to hit him with a hammer, he just turns it to glass and smashes it and like flicks him and he goes away. Like they're useless against him. Yeah, like all of like the gods in the Marvel Universe try to fight Thanos at the end and they can't beat him with the gauntlet. So I think the first
So
part
who do
is
you
just
think
going to
is
be
going
them
to
dying.
beat Thanos?
I don't know.
Someone has to.
I don't know. There's no
Ant-Man.
Adam Warlock.
And
So-
it's just gonna like
Or
run
somebody-
up his urethra man with a fucking giant nuke and blow his ass to shit.
The Hound is going to come with a lightsaber and chop off Thanos' hand.
That would be sweet. I'd be okay
Did you
with
just
that.
say the Hound is gonna come with a lightsaber?
Did I stutter?
Did I stutter?
No, I just wanted to make sure I was hearing you correctly.
You got it straight. It's absurd, but it could fucking happen.
I wasn't sure why I had to
Like,
correct
what
you.
if Luke Skywalker decided to be like, Thanos, you're being a super bitch?
See, Disney does own both of them. They could do a fucking Avengers Star Wars crossover and just piss every fanboy off.
No, please don't.
Imagine if they did that. I think the internet would.
No, they should
would
just have
blow
Deadpool
up.
kill the Marvel
Cameo
Universe.
Captain
But they
Kirk.
should.
Oh my god, right? Captain Kirk is gonna.
Tank punching everybody.
He just leads the assault. Well, we need to get
Something
in
that
there.
I would like to
and,
blog about like next week is one
the
thing.
internet just dies. Every server explodes across America. What? Shit!
But like with the whole other side of the Marvel universe with Deadpool and everything coming out. So I rewatched Deadpool recently and I thought
Dude,
it was
Deadpool's great.
I fucking
Yeah, it
love
was
that
fucking
movie.
hilarious.
But they have so much to do with like how the X-Men didn't do anything. So the next Deadpool movie is going to have Wolverine in it. And like what I would like to blog about next time is an awesome fucking.
See, I wanted to see
So they already
Age
kind
of Apocalypse and then do this and make fun of Batman vs Superman, Age of Apocalypse, and then just be like, fucking Marvel Studios has their shit together.
All right, then we'll do that.
We should.
I'm just saying,
But I mean, it's too late. We already
Deadpool
did
already
one on
fought
Civil
somebody
War.
that has no feeling, he can't regenerate, but like. So with Wolverine versus Deadpool.
I don't think anybody could win.
Right? So
Because
what
they
do you
both
do?
have the same healing factor.
Right?
And they're both really good with knives.
Right? So what do you do?
Deadpool does kill the Marvel Universe.
He does.
That's how they should end everything.
That's how they'll end the MCU.
The last Deadpool movie is just Deadpool kills the entire Marvel Universe, and that's it.
Yeah,
And
but
he
then what
comes
happens
up
to
and he
Deadpool?
beheads Stan Lee in the last scene, and
Well, I think in the comic book it's Jack Kirby.
yeah, I
It's
know.
Jack
But,
Kirby
I mean,
that
because
he
Stan Lee
kills.
does his cameo in every movie. That would be his fucking cameo.
His cameos just getting. He would love
Yeah,
that
the
too. I
very
think.
last scene, Deadpool comes up and just cuts his head off.
I think he would like that. Dude, fucking Stan Lee's getting old, man.
Yeah, he's gonna finish up his shit.
He's like 87. Like, fucking
like,
old dude.
What the hell did they call? So, what did he call Tony in that? In his cameo there in Civil War?
Tony Stank.
Tony Stank.
Tony Stank. Tony Stank.
See if that comes up there.
Yeah, it was too good.
Yeah. I think that's all I had to say about Civil War. You guys have anything else?
Well, I
Toss it.
do.
Do it.
But you have to. We can leave this on this for everyone to think about. But like, what do you
There's a
feel
couple other
about?
wrap-up notes I want to get to, but say your
wrap-up.
thing.
What about Captain America being part of Hydra?
Oh, you
It's
can
the-
get into that right now?
Big fucking thing that's going on.
Yeah,
No, I
I
wanted to
agree
get
about
into
that.
it, but we got into all the other like.
See, I don't think
Me.
it's that big of a deal. They did the same thing in the 60s where he's part of Hydra, and it's just like a loop they do. Like it's like the same thing where like they build the universe is too big, and then like they collapse down on themselves, and Infinite Crisis on Earth, and fucking Battle World.
So
and-
why is everyone making a fucking stink about it now?
They do every time it happens, but now we have the internet.
That is. God damn, that's fucking true. Yeah. No one reads comics anymore. Well, that's not true.
Well, I mean, if they did it, that wouldn't be a big stink.
Right.
Because it's only happening in comics, it's not in the movies.
People internet that shit. Look
Morty.
at Chris.
Yeah, I was waiting
He's
for
over there
Morty.
grasping the internet and all this. Around.
So, the way that Spider-Man
Beer.
stole the show in Civil War, Spider-Man is going to steal the show on YouTube.
Why?
I saved a bunch of Spider-Man memes. I'm going to put it up during the audio.
It's not sex.
You can have it, though. So, yes, the Spider-Man memes brought to you by Civil War.
Oh, dude, I have so many fucking Spider-Man.
You should send them to me because I saved a bunch the other night at work, and I'm just gonna put it as the audio plays, just Spider-Man memes.
Oh no, I have like an entire folder, dude.
I have a whole folder
200
too.
of them.
Oh, you got 200? I have like, I don't know, 20. But I just like went through and picked out the good ones.
Yeah, I just flipped through B for a while, and just, I mean, I want to say it was worth it, but it might not have been.
So Spider-Man memes. We're gonna keep your eyes busy while you listen to our sweet, soothing tones. My last point is just join the Pickledpirate party in the comment section, like the page.
Yeah, really.
I had a couple people message me on Facebook and text me that they wanted to be on the show, but they didn't like the page or comment on it. So like, fuck you! Don't tell me I'm wrong on my phone. Tell me I'm wrong on Facebook.
Yeah. Also,
I don't care. I
I
don't
did-
care. You text me, I'm not gonna answer you.
I was just want to state like.
Don't
I
waste my
didn't-
time.
I'm not wasting my time answering your goddamn text messages.
Yeah.
Fucking comment. Join the Pickledpirate party in the comment section. Not on my cell
The
phone.
Pickle Pirate Party doesn't exactly sound like
The Pickledpirate party welcomes all. We do not discriminate in the Pickledpirate party.
No goddamn not.
No theory is too crazy. No penis is too big.
Alright, alright.
Also,
So it doesn't really sound like a podcast.
The Pickledpirate party is always a good time. Cocaine
Pickle
at the door.
unpirated.
Unfiltered pickles.
David found some pickles in the freaking pantry from like 2013. Dave, you can't eat those. Those are black in there, man.
Nah, that's fine.
Have
That's
you
all
seen
good.
the shit at Pup's house, man? Oh my god. This was canned back in 1487. Oh, it's still good.
Alright, let's just say goodbye.
Alright, well, rock and roll, you dirty motherfuckers.
Peace out. Dr. D, you got anything?
what days? So. So.
Just say it. Just let it out, man. Just let it go.
Goodbye.
We still didn't talk about really much about Harry Potter.
Oh, well, I was gonna do them as separate.
Oh, well,
Like, we'll
alright
record
then.
this one,
Long
and
days
then-
of pleasant evenings, that's cool. Like, I'll see you when we see you next. It'll be good. Come back. Please come back to Pickle
Wait, is
Pirates
there a new Harry Potter
podcast.
coming out?
Ooh, you just wait. You stick around for the next podcast, Chris Cook.
What do you
Alright.
say?
He wants to know about Harry Potter. And that's gonna be our next one.
Mm.
I'm gonna try to post this one tomorrow, and then I don't know. Maybe if I am really ambitious with my editing, maybe by the weekend, put the Harry Potter one up.
247.
247 fucking Spider-Man memes. You're my hero. I can't fit that all. We've only recorded 40 minutes.
You could keep using them. I just don't know how to send that all to you.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be too big for an email.
ugly.
Wait, if you have it on your computer,
All right. Bye bye.
Well, yeah, you have
Okay.
an external hard drive.